What's going on, all my new, current, and future rideshare drivers and passengers out there? Welcome back to the channel. Before I get started, if this is your first time here and you enjoy the content, don't be shy, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that little bell icon. That way you'll get notified when I come out with new videos. If you want to become a rideshare driver and have a bonus guarantee automatically applied while they still are out there, sign up with the link in the description below. If somehow you forgot to do this when you first joined because you didn't know or you didn't know anybody to use anyone's code, you may still be in luck, so follow the instructions below and potentially get one applied today. Now, today's video I'm talking about Uber is deactivating drivers with a 4.6 rating or lower. Now, this shouldn't be anything new to people that have been out there for a while, but for all the new drivers out there that don't know about any of this, yeah, that's right. If you drop below a 4.6 rating, they're only going to give you like 30 days to bring it up. After that, you will be deactivated. Now, I'm going to read this article I'll have in the link in the description below, so that way everyone can see it for themselves. But it says, drivers using ride-hailing platforms Uber will be required to maintain a minimum 4.6 point rating in new regulations that the U.S. firm said would ensure quality services. Now, I really wish that means they would hold riders to the same standards as drivers, because I don't know how many riders out there that have a 4.6 or less. And does that mean they only get 30 days? No, probably not, because they need that money. It says drivers unable to meet the new rating will be deactivated after 30 days if they fail to improve their position. I assume maybe they're going to send like some warning out to you, but I don't know 100%. It says riders rate drivers after a trip with 5 stars being the best and 1 star at the lowest, which we know that. And usually after a rating is also when they can see to tip you. Usually factors like hygiene, overall mannerism, knowledge of routes and various destinations, and ability to drive cautiously are used by riders to rate drivers. Drivers also rate riders in return. That's right, guys. For the riders that don't know, you get rated by us as well. And I don't like the fact that they didn't add in anything else in here, because riders can rate you badly and for anything. And sad to say, they don't always have to leave a remark. So how are you supposed to improve on anything if you don't know exactly what you did wrong? Not to mention all the false reports that happen to drivers each and every day, because riders, even though they're getting that cheap ride, they want to get it for free. I hate to say it, but those riders are POSs. It says, Uber made a statement. It said, at Uber, we strive to create a quality experience for driver partners and riders alike. In our efforts to provide a great Uber experience all around, we are increasing the minimum required rating in your city to 4.6, said Uber in a statement. So I guess it could have even been less, but usually everything I ever know, if you got between a 4.6 or lower, you were definitely at risk for deactivation as a driver. For riders, I still see them out there 3.8, 4.0, 4.2. They give 0 Fs when it comes to riders, but drivers, they hold us to a different standard. If you currently fall below this rating, you will have 30 days to increase your rating to meet the new minimum requirements. Driver partners that don't meet the new minimum rating will be deactivated. Whether it's through great conversation or through clean and tidy car, great service is about being the best you can possibly be to create an enjoyable Uber experience for riders. And that's why a lot of drivers think that providing snacks and drinks and everything else is what you have to do to get 5-star ratings. No, that is not what you have to do. If you would like to do that, hey, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? It may even increase your tips. Some people say it does, some people say it don't. But personally, for me, I think the people that are going to tip, and the people that aren't going to tip just won't. It doesn't matter if you were sitting there giving them foot rubs and happy endings in the back. They are just cheap. Hence why a lot of them take Uber Pool, Uber Express Pool. This latest policy comes after Uber rolled out another ride quality system earlier in July that blacklisted riders who consistently receive poor evaluations from its drivers. Now, they say that's what happens, and they say riders are held to the same standards as drivers. And realistically, they're not, guys. Because a rider, if they ever eventually do get deactivated, what do? All they have to do is come up with a new email, a new name, a new card, and they're right back on the platform. Or they use another person's account and end up being a third party on their platform, which is why I strongly believe that Uber and Lyft need to make all passengers provide real information, real photo IDs, and if they're going to be using a third party, whoever's on this third party needs to also be confirmed. They have to be confirmed and approved on the list of people. So that way, if I'm picking up Bob and really Jane comes out and then she gets sick or anything else in my car or something, anything goes down, she will be held accountable. He can't just act stupid and be like, oh, I don't know who that was. No. That doesn't work like that. That's a negative ghostwriter. Passengers need to be held to the same standards as drivers. Hands down, 100%. If you agree with me, you better make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Now, it said Uber said that where an account is marked several times for complaints of unacceptable behavior and failure to adhere to Uber's community guidelines, a rider will have restricted app access as a result. Yeah, and we all, like I just said, that's just bogus because they'll just sign up with something else. They'll have somebody else request a ride for them, or they'll move on to the next platform. The unruly behavior, according to Uber, can include asking the driver to break the law, for instance, asking him to ignore speed limits. It also includes causing damage to the vehicle by vomiting due to excessive drinking or spillage of food and drinks in the car. It also includes the use of inappropriate, abusive, and disrespectful language. Now, you hear that, riders? Don't be a douche, okay? If you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. And shouldn't be treating your driver like that anyways, because, our job is to get you from point A to point B safely. And if you got there in one piece and there wasn't any big hiccups, did you die? No. So make sure you rate your drivers accordingly. And remember, 4 stars doesn't help. Okay, so pretty much either do 5 stars or 1. That's how it basically might as well work, because eventually enough 4 stars in a row is going to drop you below this 4.6. And once you drop below 4.6, you will end up getting deactivated. Now, personally and honestly, I think the whole rating system together is just baloney. Okay? I don't think drivers should have to stress and think about their ratings as much. They need to be able to focus on the road. You know what I'm saying? Some passengers, you can't control how their day went. Just like anybody else out there in the world, we all have good days, we all have bad days. And if you are doing, like, the night shift, I should say, you get a lot of drunk people out there. Okay? They could have had a good time at the bar. They could have had a bad time. They could have just got kicked out. You know what I mean? Divorced, broke up with their spouse. Anything could have happened, and they're having a bad day. And if they're not getting exactly what they want in your vehicle, because like I said, a lot of people expect like top-notch service at these cheap, low prices. And I'm here to tell you, it ain't going to happen. Don't expect it. If I could tell drivers don't always expect tips because they're extra, then you best believe I sure as hell can tell riders, don't expect drivers to be having, snacks and water and all this other entertainment and little game systems and everything else in their vehicle over these low rates, especially if you're one of those people that don't tip. And if they do have snacks and waters and you end up taking a water and some snacks and stuff, the courtesy thing there is to leave a tip. All right, don't be a freeloader and just try to take the driver's stuff, because that comes out of his pocket, okay? Even though it's up to him if he wants to provide that or not, but it still comes out of his pocket. So if he's going to have the courtesy to try to provide that stuff for you, I do believe if you're going to take something, you should leave something. But, I mean, maybe that's just me. I'm old-fashioned. I don't know, but that's the common courtesy I would extend to people. And whenever I take a ride myself, I always make sure I tip my driver. Because as long as I arrived at my destination alive, it was a good ride, in my opinion. Now, again, I don't know how long this will take before, or if they ever, I should say, hold riders to the same standards as drivers, because let's face it, guys, even though drivers really are the backbone of Uber and Lyft, they say we're not essential because technically it's all the riders out there paying for all these trips is what makes this keep going. But they have to focus on drivers. Bottom line, if there aren't no drivers, it doesn't matter how many riders you have, they are not going to be getting picked up and heading to their destination. So once again, if you agree with me that riders need to be held to the same standards as drivers, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. As always, check the description below for extra information and tips. You keep doing your thing, you stay safe out there, be courteous and professional, use common sense, and until next time, guys, Uber on or don't. Peace out.